Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? Probably best not to pull at that thread this morning, to be perfectly honest. So, without further ado, let me post the question of the day, roll the intro, and get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Monday, the 25th of April, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's truly international show, we see a French demolition company getting to grips with its new Liebherr high-reach excavator. We're off to Hamburg for some German demolition action. We see how the Italians protect against rock slides in an explosive fashion, and we get to experience a US stadium blast from the inside. Plus, in the week that auction giant Ritchie Bros is throwing open the doors of its Maltby facility for its latest plant sale, we're taking an exclusive flyby courtesy of my construction collective colleague, Mr. Peter Haddock. And we'll get to all of that in just a second. But first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to former English monarch Edward II and to English military and political leader Oliver Cromwell. Happy birthday also to the First Lady of Song, Ella Fitzgerald, and to Bjorn. I think he's the beardy one. Possibly not. From ABBA, to legendary Dutch footballer Johan Cruyff, and to Bridget Jones star Renée Zellweger. But far more importantly, a very happy birthday to the one and only Mr. Al Pacino, who never misses this show. So many happy returns, everyone, and many happy returns, in particular, Al Pacino. Through this show and the various shows that preceded it, and also over on Demolition News, we have brought you lots of explosive demolition videos over the years. Hundreds, if not thousands, in fact. But as far as I can remember, we've never shown you what an explosive demolition looks like from the inside. Well, we're about to put that right. This is what it looked like inside the Texas Stadium, the former home of the Dallas Cowboys, when it came crashing down. I'm still not entirely sure how the camera and its content survived that, but stick around. We've also got some more explosive action for you a little later in the show.
Axoft and Svantec are your high-end partners for noise, vibration, dust and air quality systems, sensors and software. To find out more, visit axoft.co.uk or call 01234 639 550.
We have an unwritten rule here on the Breakfast Show that says we never feature videos that include foreign or non-English language. We're aware that a lot of people watch this show on a mobile device and that subtitles are virtually impossible to read on such a small screen. But rules are there to be broken, and when Liebherr rolls out a new video featuring a big demolition rig, we're more than happy to dispense with the rulebook, just for a minute or two.
Alors aujourd'hui, nous allons procéder à la démolition du dernier bâtiment du site Sofrilog. Donc l'abattage va se faire à l'aide de la 950.
Dans cette configuration-là, nous sommes donc 16,50 m de hauteur de travail avec la capacité de portance d'un outil de 5 tonnes.
Nous avons remarqué une diminution de consommation de carburant par rapport à l'ancienne génération qui était la 944. Au niveau de la puissance, oui, il y a beaucoup plus de puissance que ce qu'on avait avant. C'est une pelle qui est très bien insonorisée, très confortable. On peut passer toute la journée, faire 8 heures de travail dessus et on descend tranquille, comme si on avait fait qu'1 heure ou deux dessus. En fait, on n'est pas fatigué. Et puis avec la cabine inclinable, bah voilà, on est vraiment au top, quoi. Cette pelle est très facile d'utilisation avec ses manipulateurs électroniques et surtout son écran tactile qui est très pratique et très facile à utiliser.
Là, ce que l'on apprécie, c'est la fluidité. C'est une machine avec laquelle on peut réaliser tous les mouvements très vite. Et ce que nous apprécions, c'est également l'adaptabilité des équipements. Et par exemple, sur cette machine, donc, nous avons tous nos outils qui sont interchangeables avec ceux de la 946. Nous sommes partenaires de Liebherr France depuis de nombreuses années et donc le suivi effectivement et la réactivité des équipes de Fontenay ont toujours été présentes.
Alors ça fait une 40aine d'années que je suis dans le métier. J'ai passé un petit peu par tous les métiers entre la démolition et le travaux publics. J'ai toujours eu des Liebherr depuis que j'ai commencé à conduire à 18 ans. Et aujourd'hui, sur cette gamme-là, on est vraiment arrivé au top de la pelle par rapport aux anciennes générations et toutes les pelles que j'ai conduites aujourd'hui, quoi.
You see, it was worth the subtitles, wasn't it? The doors of the Ritchie Bros facility at Maltby are about to be thrown open once again as the auction giant prepares to host its latest sale later this week. You can get bidding now and check out all the lots available in the up-and-coming Ritchie Bros UK auction in this drone video shot by Peter Haddock. Lots include everything from dozers to excavators, wheel loaders to ADTs, telehandlers to dumpers, tractors to backhoe loaders, and much, much more besides, as you can clearly see. Don't forget, Ritchie Bros also sells attachments, welfare units, scissor lifts, and a whole array of work tools as well. You can register and bid online now for the unreserved auction lots selling on the 26th and 27th of April at www.rbauction.co.uk, or you can download the Ritchie Bros app instead. Bearing in mind that many equipment manufacturers are struggling to fulfill orders for new equipment right now, now might be the perfect time to take a look at what is on offer at the Ritchie Bros Maltby facility. Massive thanks to Peter Haddock for sharing this superb new film, and I'm going to allow the music to play out before we go on to the next thing. Anyone that's ever seen me at a barbecue will know that I'm perfectly capable of demolishing a hamburger. Well, just to balance things out, here's a bit of hamburger demolition of a very different kind. actually made less mess than when I ate a hamburger. Regular viewers will know that we are huge fans of Italian explosive demolition outfit Nitrex. We've featured their bridge and viaduct demolition exploits on the show multiple times in the past, but today we're going to showcase another aspect of the company's explosive capabilities, and that is preventing rock slides. I'm starting to think that Nitrex only works in places that look like an ideal holiday destination.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
Right, look, I have a whole heap of other stuff to tell you about. First and foremost, today marks the official launch of our CMA Files audio podcast series. I know our patrons got to hear it last week, but the official launch was today. You can hear it on all good podcast platforms and some not so good ones as well, and via a smart speaker. Just ask your smart speaker to search for Demolition News Radio and tune in, enjoy it. You can also hear the new show via our newly upgraded audio tab over at demolitionnews.com. Just go to demolitionnews.com. At the top, you'll see a tab marked audio. We've now got all of our podcast episodes there for you to listen at your leisure. Failing that, I've just posted a link to the direct episode in the chat. So if you need it, have a look in the chat. You can see it there. I've also just posted a link. This time, let me think. I'm just making sure I've got the right one. Yeah, I've posted a link to today's column, which was inspired by an audio podcast by equipment operator Nigel Williams, that in turn inspired the chat on this show on Friday and also on this weekend's Saturday Social too. And I'm going to come back to that subject in just a second. But in addition to all that, as you can tell, I didn't do much this weekend. I finally took some time out over the weekend to produce not one, but two new reaction videos for our YouTube and Facebook channels. Tell you what, let me put that in the right ratio. There you are. The first features me looking back at a Caterpillar safety film from the 1980s, and that's the thumbnail for that video. That video is now available over on our YouTube channel. It's also up on demolitionnews.com. I think it's currently the lead story over there, so if you'd like to go and take a look at that, feel free. And the second reaction video, weirdly, features me reacting to, well, me. I dug up an old video of the record-breaking John O'Groats to Land's End trek undertaken by Hugh Edliano of HE Services, and on which I was a not very good navigator of 24 years old, and that's me wearing some questionable footwear and with lots of hair. You can check out both of our reaction to films over on YouTube. That second film will actually be up on Demolition News a little bit later this morning. And finally, for now at least, I have an idea. I have, as Baldrick used to say, I have a cunning plan. It's an idea that was prompted and inspired once again by Nigel Williams' podcast and by our discussions on Friday and on Saturday as well. It's an idea that, as far as I can tell, has not been addressed anywhere else. On this show and on our Construction Collective shows, we are constantly scanning the horizon and trying to picture the demolition and construction sectors of the future. We imagine a sector constantly under the watchful eye of drones, where remotely controlled and autonomous machines carry out tasks with pinpoint accuracy. A world in which diesel fuel has been consigned to the history books and in which electric and hydrogen-powered machines now reign supreme. And we also envisage a world in which the presence of humans on demolition and construction sites has been greatly reduced or eradicated entirely. But all of that is still a long way off. Yes, we do have electric machines now, and the first prototype, the first production rather, hydrogen machines really can't be too far away now. But men and women will be required on site for another 20, 30, possibly even 50 years at the very least. Are we to assume that new fuels and new technology will transform every aspect of the industry, but the work and the lot of the industry workers will remain unaltered? Are we expecting demolition and construction companies to invest millions or even billions in new equipment and new systems, but to continue to treat their workers as expendable? Now, at this point, us journalists would normally announce that we were planning to speak to some industry bigwig who was going to explain his or her company's gender equality policy, how much it spent on mental health awareness training, or how it was reaching out to schools and colleges to inspire the next generation of industry workers. But we're not going to do that, because for all of the initiatives and campaigns, committees and working parties introduced at the top end of the industry, there is still an awful lot wrong at the bottom. We're not attracting enough young people into the industry. There remains a gender, ethnic and sexuality imbalance within the sector as well. Young construction workers are killing themselves at a rate that is 3 times the national average. And anyone starting a career in demolition or construction can expect to be abused, bullied or belittled almost on a daily basis. So rather than listening to those in the suits, we want to hear from those in the hard hats and the site boots. We want to hear from those that are willing to share their experiences of life at the sharp end of demolition and construction. And we want to hear from those who, like Nigel Williams, have some suggestions on how the industry might be improved from the bottom up. Now, I realise this is asking a lot. I realise there are some who would love to speak out, but who are fearful of doing so in case it sees them blacklisted or bullied. And we have a solution. If anyone wants to share their experiences anonymously, we can make that happen. We can disguise your voice on audio. We won't show you on video, and we will change your name in text format as well. No one will know who you are, but you can still make your voice heard, disguised or otherwise. We'd love, love, love to hear from you.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up this morning's show. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. If you can't stick around for that, then please stay safe. Look after yourself, your family, your friends and your colleagues. Have a great day, and thank you very much indeed for watching. But if you can stick around, I'll see you on the other side of this.